deposit. Is it going to work? Oh, oh my goodness gracious. Hey everybody. Sorry about all that. I've been running from one end of the house to the other and working on the laptop, and man, oh man, oh man. But I got it all going, finally. Finally got it going. Anyway, I just need to check one other thing and make sure that it's there. Yes, it is. Okay. Man, everything looks good. I tell you what, let's get this turned on in case I want it. How's everybody doing? Man, hopefully better than me. Oh, Lloyd, I know you're waiting. You've been texting me, hey Mel, the timer started 3 times now.
Yeah, I was about to fall asleep sitting here watching this. Like, I mean, we all know you can count down from 4 minutes, from 5 minutes, but how many times you got to do it to prove it to us? It's like,
Well,
I could have got a nap in the time it took you to start this show.
Well, I expected you to. I kind of thought I'd come back and find you snoring in your chair.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. We ain't gonna, I got all that set up, and then,
Right.
The little red X in the top right corner.
You clicked it and shut it off, didn't you?
All of it. Had to redo it all.
And of course, you didn't save it, right?
Oh no, that's on a totally different unit. So.
Oh, overall,
on an inbound.
You had to reconnect.
So I had to reconnect. I had to reboot the computer. I had to do all that. So it was like, So I'm back there frantically clicking and waiting and waiting and waiting and clicking and waiting and waiting and waiting and clicking, and then running up here and hitting restart on the timer and going back there and clicking and waiting.
Yeah, I was thinking, well, if he restarts it one more time, which you just did just as you were getting ready to start,
well, that's only because I didn't get the button.
Go back in there and lay down
time.
and let's go log in on the on the iPad and do it in my pajamas.
Oh my goodness! Well, let's say hello to everybody.
It'd be a first time.
Well, ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
All right, Angela. Hello, welcome. Thank you for coming. Agent K, Brent, Lon, John F, Bob Casey, Brent. Had a good time, Brent, yesterday. That was way cool, even though it didn't go as planned. Jody, Grant, I think I said Bob Casey. Yep, I didn't.
Hope,
Bob.
We
got Chris and Mitch and Ron.
Yeah.
Lockwood.
Thunderbird 6.
T-Bird, yep. Who else am I missing? Agent K, got him now.
Agent K, yeah.
Man, Jody.
Brother, you get him.
Little brother, and yep, Backwoods Droner. Okay. Michael Wright just now came
Ron
in.
Lockwood, yeah.
Wow, man.
All right.
I tell you what. Eat
more
possum.
Possum just joined up.
Eat more possum.
Yeah. Michael Wright.
Why do I think I know who that is?
I don't know. He says he's from Oklahoma, so.
Yeah. I think we had that discussion once, didn't we? Did we have that discussion once?
I don't think so.
No? Oh, I thought maybe we did. I don't know.
If
maybe
we did, I don't. We could have had it yesterday, and I probably forgot it.
Now, Lloyd, it's really not that bad, is it? I mean, really?
Some days. That's why I wear a smartwatch, because I can look at it and figure out what the day of the week it is, and there's some day. The problem is being retired and getting the weird hours I get with Judy. I don't know, 'cause sometimes I'm up after midnight. Well, I'm always up after midnight. So I look up the calendar and like, this is Sunday. Well, it's been Sunday since last night, because I've been up all night. Well, not all night. I went to sleep early. And then I just get confused about the days and think like, let's see, I got a doctor's appointment. No, that's tomorrow. And then like today, the guy from my insurance company calls today. He was supposed to call on the 16th, call me back. He didn't. He calls today. It's Sunday. Judy kind of, just before, that's why I ran from here earlier. Judy freaks out, thinking it's a doctor calling to, cancel her appointment. Well, they wouldn't call on Sunday. And that's when And I thought, well, what the hell? And
Yeah.
turned out he missed my appointment and then had to reschedule. I was like, why the hell are you calling me on Sunday? I get confused.
Oh my goodness. Well, I tell
Life
you,
sucks
there's
being retired and old.
so many things to keep track of, you know?
Well, yeah.
Like, when's
You
next
know, I
nap
mean,
time, right?
you, yeah, exactly. Well, when you're working, you got usually 5 days, Monday through Friday. They're guaranteed you know what you're going to do. You're going to get up, you're going to either eat breakfast, drink a cup of coffee, then you're going to go to work. You're going to put up with whatever mundane things they got you do. You come home, you eat supper, you go to bed. Watch a little TV, then go to bed.
Yeah.
Next day, you do the same thing. Saturday and Sunday is your playtime. You know,
Right.
that's the
Yep.
way it usually works. But
Yeah.
when you're, you know, 7 days a week, doing just the same thing over and over, and it's not really work. Yeah, you get
Are-
confused.
The days run together, do they?
Oh, they do all the time. I have
Yeah.
to. If I didn't do, as a matter of fact, I thought I had a show to do yesterday, and I realized no, that Saturday is the day I don't do any shows. So, if I didn't have these shows to do on the weekends, I probably wouldn't know what day of the week it was.
You forget, yeah, because this is your Monday, Tuesday, or whatever, and the rest of the week is your weekend, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh,
I've
we
been
didn't.
retired for so long.
Yeah, we didn't get a single video sent to us this week. Not a one. But if anybody wants to send a link to a video, right there's where you need to send it. 400AGL uploads at gmail.com. And if you happen to want to send a package to the channel, you do that by sending it right there. P.O. Box 12, Holiday, Tennessee, 383-4-1. We'll get Lloyd back over here, and we'll take care of that. We took care of that. Sorry for being late, y'all. I was just running back and forth between the other end of the house and here and trying to get, just trying to get things set up, and then that computer was just giving me fits because it's not quite 2 years old, and it's probably been a year since I booted it up other than yesterday. And yesterday it didn't have any internet connection out at the lake.
Oh,
so
yeah.
So it did just fine yesterday, and I thought, you know what?
Yeah.
Couple minutes, boot it up, connect. As soon as I connected it to the Wi-Fi, it was like, oh, guess what? Hello, Jim Boyd. So, Lloyd.
What?
A guy named Dan.
Oh.
A guy named Brent.
Uh-huh.
And a guy named Roosevelt all met me at a lake yesterday.
Okay.
And
I saw the beginning of the video, and that's as far as I got.
yeah,
I either fell asleep or had to do something else.
I tried to do a little live stream, and
Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
I did that off the tablet because I didn't think I'd have good enough service from the phone hotspot, to actually run a stream with. So I just used the tablet, so it was sitting on the tripod, so it was only facing one direction. And of course, the airplane with the wind and the waves blowing wouldn't stay in one direction. It was it was kind of all over the place. But I've got some video
it was
footage.
windy yesterday here.
It was real windy here. 20 mile an hour or so probably at times.
Yeah.
But we had a lot of fun, even though I didn't fly the airplane. Brent and Roosevelt were flying Phantom 4 Pros, and cousin Dan was flying a Mavic Air 2. Hello, Kenny.
Okay.
So we did I handled it just like a regular flight mission. I had a pre-flight briefing with location of the hospital for emergency services if needed, and all that good stuff, and who's doing what and who's being where, and how I want the cameras all set up so that all the footage looks about the same, and
Right.
if nothing else, we had a good time. But I've got a little bit
Well,
of
that's what
footage.
counts.
I've got a little bit of footage I want to play from
Okay.
yesterday's antics at the lake. So in this image, you can actually see a couple of the drones. Well, I guess that was
Yeah.
kind of short and sweet, wasn't it? Let's try this one.
Yeah,
This
that
one a
was
little
like-
longer. Here we go.
Okay.
And I'm not sure what drone this is from, but it's from one of them.
Yeah, that looked like it taking on maybe a little water on that motor.
Well, it was getting a whole lot of water in it.
Was it? It
Yeah.
looked like it was kind of, yeah, trying to
But
decide whether it wanted to be a boat, a plane, or a submarine.
Pretty common though when you do that,
Oh yeah.
because the prop wash and everything, you know.
Right.
And on this particular relaunch, you can see I'm noticing there's an issue with. Hello, Marcel. I'm noticing an issue with the port motor, and I bring it up here on the spray wall, the barricade thing there,
Right. Yeah.
and I start investigating it, and I'm playing with the throttle and listening to the motor and feeling it, and it just don't feel right. Something was awry. In that clip there, you actually see the starboard motor turning, but not the port motor.
Right.
So that's when I said, well, let's just cut it off, guys. It's the end of the game.
Yeah.
And so I brought it back up to the
Yeah.
picnic table where we were all set up and everything. And then we flew some drones around and had a little fun.
For those that don't know it, Agent K put something up there because you used the word antics in there, and he said memories
Just
of
said
Ray
antics.
Bob.
Oh,
For those that don't know, Ray Bob from Ray Bob's Antics on Ken Heron Show passed away from COVID
in July.
in July. Yeah, but his wife was just got in touch with Ken, probably dealing with all that, and that's a sad loss to the community, anyways, because he's
Absolutely.
he's a well-known character in the chat community, especially. But
Yep. He was a
yeah,
guest on the Ken
Jim's
Heron
just
Show
probably
once.
finding out because
Yeah,
he was
so
he was on Ken Heron's.
if you didn't
And,
see the video, Ken Heron put a video out where he got an email from Mrs. Ray Bob. I believe her name's Melody.
Yeah, yeah, something like that. John Spizzo passed away in July too. Yeah,
I think it was June or July. I don't remember what Ken said in the video now, but I know it was one of those 2 months.
Yeah, it was. I can't remember. I think it was July as well.
Yeah, I'm unsure, but yeah, he passed away
Yeah.
with complications.
Watch
due to
the
COVID.
video on Ken Heron's. It's but it was COVID that
Yep.
got
Yep.
him, and it's just Scott Brady. Yeah. Oh, he passed away in June. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Bob Casey.
Yeah, I
It
wasn't
was
sure
June.
if it was June or July, and then I started thinking, well, I think it was June, but so anyway,
Yeah, it was John Spizzo passed away. Now, John, I think, passed away waiting on a heart, or he had heart disease, and I think he was waiting on one, either that or he was I think waiting on an organ transplant or something like that.
yeah,
Because he did a few videos towards the end about what was going on. So, but there again, that's another one big in the chat community.
yep.
But yeah,
So my
kind
plan
of
for
passing the word
tonight.
along for those.
Yep.
What?
I said my plan for tonight, as we move along here, is to take a look at this port motor on the PBY. Uh-oh, Lloyd, you froze up again. There you are.
Yeah. This only, I don't know why it happens with you. It doesn't happen on anything else. It's something, the way it just seems to happen when I'm doing it with you. The other way around, it doesn't work, you know. It doesn't
Yeah.
cause a problem. But
I,
just
I,
something about,
I've got no idea. We'll have to
it's
mess
got to
with it.
be, yeah, we're going to have to get together
I
on
know
it.
we
'Cause
I
I
know
think
we
it's
matched up the
probably,
settings.
yeah, but you're probably you're probably importing at a higher rate. So, you know, my output's like 20 megs up, and you're downloading at 300, and it's, you know, it's lagging down, waiting for my signal.
Well,
And
that might be. That
so we
might
got to
be.
figure out I got to look into that, because that's, uh, because I'm coming directly through you. I'm not coming in through, well, yeah, I am. I'm doing vMix call. No,
Yeah.
I'm not.
No, you're doing a
Yeah, I
direct
am.
link.
Yeah, I am.
No, you're doing a direct
Yeah.
link.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Instead of going through the web.
Um. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tear into that motor.
Okay.
Anybody want to
Yeah.
watch
Let's see
me
what's
tear
going
into
on with
that
it.
motor? I've got to
Yeah.
switch views, and then I got to hightail it to the other end of the house. So I'll be right with y'all.
This ought to take 10 minutes for him to get across to the other computer. So, anyways, yeah. Yeah. Let's see. It'll probably take him 10 minutes to waddle over there, you know, but we can make fun of him. Let's see. It's coming up 5 minutes now, 6, 7 minutes, you know. Come on, Mel, you're slow. Hurry up. Pick up the pace, man. The show's dying here. Hurry up.
Bring the volume up. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can.
Well, don't sound so excited.
Yeah, well, I was having fun. Yeah. Angela says 1 hour later, I was making fun of you on how long it was taking. It took you almost 10 minutes to get there.
Oh, come on now.
You're right, Ron. He'd make fun of me. Yeah.
First thing I'm going to do is take the props off so that I don't have something crazy happen, because safety first, right?
Well, yeah.
I'm going to pull that
I mean,
one
I don't
off.
know how bad those props would hurt, but yeah. Yeah, Mel had to go to the west wing of the estate. It's not like the house is that big. I don't know why it took him so long to get there. It's like, geez, he's getting old. He is a year older than, you know, this.
Oh my God. Yeah, west wing of the estate, that's it.
Yeah, west wing of the estate, yeah. Well, by the way, how is Tammy doing? Because several have asked in the chat.
About the same. No,
Okay.
no major gains or anything, just kind of rolling along. Several doctor's appointments lined up this week. The first thing I wanted to check
again.
Were these screws too long? And absolutely not. I was worried that maybe these screws were too long going into here, but they're not. And this cowling is all fouled up. I'm going to try and get it off of there. I had to tape these things up because they broke all to pieces putting them on.
There is a link for the guys while he's working on this. There is a link to the GoFundMe that I've set up for Tammy, and Mel's name is on it simply because Tammy doesn't have a checking account, and they needed one that they can transfer the money to. So, Lost Girl says, "Quit crashing your plane."
What's that?
Angela said to quit crashing your plane and you wouldn't have to be changing out the motors.
Well, this one I actually didn't crash. This one actually never really flew.
We're going to call it the spruce goose, are we? It just skimmed along the water, you know, never really got off the ground or off the water.
Well, there was a couple times it sort of got off the water, but
Yeah, but that
nothing to.
doesn't count when you're just jumping from waves. I mean, that the water threw you that high off. It wasn't actual flying.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's very true. Technicality, but
Recovery One drone says I think you got a bit of water in there from the choppy
say
waves.
again.
Yeah. Recovery One drone says that you probably got some water in the motors from
Yeah,
the
but
choppy
water
waves,
doesn't hurt the motors. Looks like my video's
right?
freezing up.
It does. Yes. Uh, oh, there it's moving again.
Well,
Oh, smoke!
did y'all get
I
to
saw
see
that
that?
from here. Yes. Yeah. And it went. You could see it.
Yep.
Well,
That
what was
motor
that caused that?
is
It's fried. Okay. Either I'm froze up or he's froze up or oh, there we go. You there, Mel? And let's see. Yeah, it must be Mel. Okay, while Mel's gone, trying to get back to his other computer because those of you who saw that, unfortunately, we can't do an instant replay because that computer froze up. Yeah. Okay. You're back?
yeah, I'm back.
You got to learn where the on and off is on that mic. See, I'm lucky. I've got this fancy thing over here. It says on air and it's bright red. And
Yeah.
then when I push it, nothing happens and the light goes off. See, you need to have a light on that mic of yours so you can
Well,
tell
it's
if your
got a
mic's
light,
on or
but it's
not.
only about the size of a pinhead. The head of a pin.
Oh, that's you. So that's perfect for you. You said pinhead, and I'm thinking that's perfect for you, Mel.
Let's see. I do have a minus button on my keyboard right here. And we all know what that does, don't we, Lloyd?
Yeah, sorry. I'll be nice for a little while. What's the
Okay.
voltage of the motors and how are they wired? That's interesting. Then he goes, oh, snap.
Well, I need to. The motors are good for a 3 or 4 cell battery. And I was running a 3 cell.
Right?
And they each have their own speed control. So
Lon says that's elder abuse.
it's no different than a single engine, you know. It's just except there's 2 of them.
Yeah.
The signal
I
comes
wonder
from
what caused that.
from the receiver to the output of the throttle, and then goes on a splitter and goes to each speed control. That way, when you hit the throttle lever, both the speed controls get the same amount of signal at the same time, so they put out the same amount of power to the motor, and they're powering their own motor. So.
I mean, just looking at it, the smoke was coming off the motor, right?
Absolutely, it was. Yeah,
It wasn't.
Yep.
Okay. Just I thought it was, but you know, really. Come on.
What do you mean? How are they wired, Lon? It's.
Yeah. Hang on.
Oh, okay. So I answered your question.
Yeah.
Lloyd's trying to figure out how to answer his Skype call. Or Yeah, Skype. That was Skype coming in. But
With Skype, I don't know what happened there. Yeah, it
anyway.
didn't ring. Okay, here we go. All right, let me get him on this one. There we go. All right. Are you watching Mel's show?
Yeah. I was quite intrigued by the single engine discussion because, I mean, there's a very, very big parallel between that discussion and yourself. Single engine brain cell, only one brain cell, and it's on the fritz sometimes. Have a lovely day.
Bite me, Greg.
Say it again, Lloyd, on my behalf. Hello, Rick.
Man, that's bad.
All right,
Man,
Rick, way to go. You're
people.
home. That's good news.
All right, I'm glad to hear it. All
No,
right.
I don't have a
I
spare
know he was.
motor. Not that size, anyway. I've
Let's
got
see.
other motors,
What's the
but
voltage
nothing
of
that
motors?
size.
Okay.
Yeah, but those motors can handle 3-cell, 4-cell, and I think I'm running them on, what did I put in, 60 amp ESCs? I can't remember now. Maybe they're 30 amp ESCs. But, yeah, Greg, yeah, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. I'm not sure who is insulting, my single cell or your single cell.
Well, mine was a motor he's talking about, so, you know.
Yeah.
He was definitely talking about your single cell and my single motor.
Yeah.
The single motor made him think of your single cell.
Well, but he
so.
called in on your. He could have been insulting you. But he probably wasn't. He was insulting me.
Yeah, we know how Greg works, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Have a good night. Have a good dinner, Brent. And by the way, again, it was nice meeting your wife yesterday. So I made Sonari go out with us yesterday to the lake, so she got outside and got to meet up with her brother for a while and get some fresh air and sunshine instead of being locked up in the house. And on this show, there's a redundancy.
One cell for each.
Click. How do you block a user, Lloyd? How do you do that? I don't even know how to do that. Oh my God.
Oh.
Anyway.
That was well done, Greg.
Rat bastard.
Oh.
So
I
we
think
got to
it's
meet.
definitely time for the.
Yeah, time for that. What voltages you're getting, I'd hate to see you replace a motor. Well, I'm just wondering, that one cooked, but the other one didn't. I mean, I don't quite understand that.
Well, I'd definitely trace the wiring first. See if there might be something, because are they?
The wiring's too clean. I mean, I've got from each nacelle in through the center of the wing into the top of the fuselage, and then it separates and goes to the speed control, and then it goes back and joins with the servo wire.
Got separate speed controls, right? Yeah. That's what Lon was saying. I was thinking the ESC could be bad.
Bad ESC is not going to make a motor smoke.
If it's got a short in it, it could cause. Yeah, it could cause it to short back through. In other words, what you could have a bad ESC, and then when you fire up, you put a new motor in, you fire it up, and you could burn a second motor out. That's what Lon was trying to say.
But see, an ESC puts pulses of voltage to different wires at different times. And with basically a 3-phase motor was what the brushless motors are, that any two connections will make it turn. The only way it could do I don't even think it would do anything with the motor if you put power to all 3 wires at once. Maybe it would. Maybe it would make the motor smoke like that. If you put power to all 3 wires at once, that'd be the only way it could be the ESC. I don't understand how it can feed back through.
You have you have separate ESC. See, I don't know anything about these, so I'm kind of
Yeah,
learning here.
it's
But
two
you have
separate
separate ESCs
ESCs.
for each motor, right?
Yep, yep. One ESC per
Okay.
motor.
You could have one bad ESC on that side. It could have been shorted across because of water or caused, who knows? Uh,
Well, everything stayed dry though. I mean, everything, you know, I don't know. I don't know what caused it. But all I can do is hook that ESC to the other motor now and see what it does. If it smokes the other
yeah,
motor, then I know that ESC is bad.
right.
That's what I'm thinking too, Bob. I'm thinking it's the motor. I'm thinking there's something
It's a
wrong with
bad
the
motor.
motor.
Yeah.
Yeah. It what, Lon? It could what? Anyway, so you guys, if it, yeah, meter it.
Have you got a meter?
You guys
That they're
could,
both put.
if it wasn't froze up. Now on my little laptop, it was froze up. But Lloyd, you said you saw the smoke, right, on the live stream?
Oh yeah, the smoke came across.
Okay.
Smoke.
Well,
Everybody saw the smoke.
so
Yeah.
y'all got to see a motor smoke live. That's the
Yeah.
reason I waited till this evening to tear into this thing, because I wanted to do it live on the live stream.
Right. Right.
But
yeah, as soon
I
as you
didn't
fired it
realize
up, as soon as you
didn't
plugged that
realize my
battery in.
laptop was going to fight me so hard, you know. But
Yeah.
uh,
Rick wants to know at what point did the motor go bad?
it started going bad yesterday while I was running the plane. Put the
Right.
magic smoke back in. I know, right, Greg? I wish it was that easy. That's the problem, Lloyd. It let all the smoke out.
That's it.
But
Yeah.
I bet if I plugged that battery in again, I bet more smoke would come out.
Well, I figure what the problem is. See, you're using, because you've been dealing with antique planes for so long. I didn't think they still had coal burning RC planes. I thought you'd moved up to electric.
Well, no, I'm still in the dark coal ages,
using-
you know. I like to
Still
support
using
our
old
coal
coal
miners.
burning engines.
Yeah, yep. But what a lot of people think that water in the motors is a bad thing, and water doesn't hurt a brushless motor. In fact, water does not hurt a brush motor. And even more to fact, a lot of people, to break in a brushed motor, drop it in a cup of water and put power to it and run it at full RPM that it's capable of to break in the brushes and stuff. So, yeah, water doesn't hurt them. A lot of people think you can't get your motor wet. The motors is not the problem with
Right.
yeah, see, even Marcel, he's another quad guy and motor guy and stuff. He
Right.
says use water. But the water will hurt the ESC or the receiver or something like that. Or even
Yeah.
a servo. If too much water gets inside the bottom of a servo where if it's a servo like this that's not a
Right.
water resistant or water sealed servo, what you have to
Right.
do is take the 4 screws out of the bottom, separate the case a little bit, because down here's where the circuit board is on the bottom. So separate the case, put a little dab of silicone around there, screw it back together to seal the bottom of it up, and then water can't get to the circuit board, and you've got basically a watertight servo. So it's most likely not a water issue unless the speed control got wet and is causing
Well,
a
that's what
problem.
I'm thinking.
But
That's where
If-
my
if
thoughts
the
were.
speed control was shorted out, then the smoke could be coming from the speed control, not the motor. There's a short in that
Yeah.
motor.
Well, and before you even fired it, because you were showing me before the show that it was sort of
Grinding.
hesitating as it spun anyway.
Grinding when I
that
could
was
feel the
before
grind when you
but-
turned it, yeah.
Yeah. So
But,
I don't know.
so anyway, I don't know, we'll see. I'll tear into it
Look
some
at the
more.
motor. Look at
I'm
the
gonna
motor
take it
real
apart.
close and see if.
I'm going to pull the motor out of there and
Okay,
take it
yes.
apart. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because there could be some debris got stuck in there, and that's what was burning it off.
That is a possibility. See, I'm gonna
You know.
I'll close this back. I just moved your camera view on that other scene there.
Right.
Oh, you guys can't see my mouse on the output, can you?
No.
But
Yeah.
right where the motor wires go into the wing, you can see the covering right there. That's where the motor plugs into the wire that goes through the wing to go to the ESC. So the motor is
Right.
easily removable and changeable. So I'm going to pull that motor off of there and see if I can't take it apart and see what I see.
Okay.
And I've still got the box and stuff that they came in, so I can't return them because they came from another guy, but I can certainly use that
Right.
information to get another motor just like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when I ordered the ESCs, I took a motor to the hobby shop and I said, I'm going to run this, and I can't replay it, Bob. I wish I could.
Because it was done live and he didn't record it. You'll have to watch it on
Yeah.
the replay of the show when it's over.
You can back up and watch it if you're set up that way on your YouTube. But
Lon says now he's within the idea of swapping the motor.
yeah, see, and
That way.
I'm gonna take that motor apart and see where it failed, see what the problem is,
Right.
and
Yeah.
I mean, it could have been a loose wire inside the motor, from manufacturing.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
any number of things. But I am 99.9% sure that water did not cause the problem because the other motor got
I'm
just
just
as
sitting here
wet. And it's,
I was just sitting here thinking, I talked about how boring it is to be retired and you lose track.
Mhm.
Could you imagine how boring it's got to be living in China, winding those little wires day in and day out on those motors and keep rewinding and winding and winding?
that's all
Just
done.
awesome.
That's all done on machines now.
Yeah, but you're the poor little guy that's got to sit there and pick it up, take it off, put it on, pick it up, take it up, put it on, pick it here, take it up, put it on.
Now that would be brutal. I'd kill myself.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be able to do
12
that.
hours a day, and then they send you back to your prison cell,
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Speaking of prison
Because,
cells,
they don't pay them guys.
speaking of prison cells, y'all don't forget Professor Dude starts right after this show ends. So
That's a great segue. Yeah.
oh my
Mitch
goodness.
Mitch from the prison cell. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Bob. Both motors are running good. Hell, I could scoot it across the grass.
See, there again, maybe you got a leaf stuck in there or something when you're scooting it across the grass, I'm just coming up.
No, Lloyd. I have
Depends on the kind of grass you're scooting across.
indoor plumbing in Charmin. Okay, I don't scoot across the grass and get leaves stuck. Anyway.
Yeah, that whole thought made me think you need to paint the tail red.
Paint the tail red.
Yeah, I think you could call it a red-tailed baboon that scoots his tail across the grass.
Okay, I'm gonna give you that one. Oh my goodness. Anyway,
I'm just
that down
use
yonder they
koalas
use
for that
koalas. Except if you live where Greg lives, if you're tough like him, you use drop bears. Anyway.
drop bears. Yeah.
Anyway, Lloyd, are you going to do a show
Yeah,
tomorrow
Rick,
night?
we are glad you're home.
You've been watching
Do what?
some of your vlogs and stuff. You're doing a show tomorrow night, right?
Yeah.
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 Still planning on it?
Tomorrow, if I wake up in the morning or wake up sometime tomorrow, I'll do it. If I'm not on, it means I probably died in my sleep.
I don't know off the top of my head, Lon. I'd have to look at the box.
Actually, come to think of it, I may run just a little late. It depends on what time I get home from the doctors, because Judy and I both have doctor's appointments tomorrow.
Okay.
So
well, we got doctor's appointments lined up tomorrow too, but we should be done
yeah,
by then.
well,
JS,
we get
thanks
through
for
the
coming.
doctor up there. 3 and 3:30 is when 3 is when we see the doctor. But when we get out of there, and then we got to drive back from Broken Arrow, so
Right.
it'll probably be about 6 when I get in. So, but
Well, if you stop and grab
I gotta
something
go
to
in
eat
for
on the
my-
way, it'll be later than that, because then you'll have to take time for that, and then you'll eat, and so you might be
Yeah,
pushing
I
right
don't
up
know what
against
we're
the
gonna
clock
do, so-
tomorrow.
yeah, I probably will be. But
So I'd like to say we'll see you on your show tomorrow evening,
with
7 o'clock. God willing,
7
and the creek
o'clock,
don't rise. I
yeah,
want to say,
and I'll send out the
yeah,
links to everybody tomorrow.
yep. I want to say, Rick Halber, welcome home. Glad you're back to the house. Glad things are going good.
Absolutely.
Angela, the only female watching tonight on her own channel name. Thank you for coming in. I really do appreciate it. I don't think Sonari's watching. I think she's laying down. Professor Dude is up next. Lloyd, do you have anything else?
No, that's it. I'm just glad to hear Rick's home, and barring any complications of driving back from Tulsa, I should have my show tomorrow night at 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
So,
Everybody,
all right.
thank you for being here. Thank you for watching me smoke a motor. We'll do something else with it next week on the stream. Maybe we'll put the new motor in, or maybe we'll
roast
smoke another
marshmallows?
motor. So do what?
Yeah, we could roast marshmallows over your motors.
Maybe roast marshmallows over the motors, yeah. So
Yeah, we'll have some s'mores.
I appreciate y'all for
Around
being
San
here. I know you
Kumbaya.
could have been anywhere, and it really warms my heart to know that you were here. And thank you again for all the support that you've given Sonari. She's going to be out of business for a while, so anybody that knows anybody else that can help out, it would be greatly appreciated. I know she will.
Yeah, please feel free to share that link that I've been putting up there.
And thank you, Lloyd, for starting that up. She
problem.
wanted to come on tonight and on mic and tell everybody thank you, but I think she's laying down, so I don't think she's going to make it tonight. But smoking motors, is that what Mitch's brand new cigar brand of motors?
Yeah, motors.
Brand of cigars called motors? Yeah, it could be. They're big enough to be motors. Damn, 50 or 60 ring size, man. And Mitch smokes big ones. Anyway, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks. Here's the timer. Go see Mitch afterwards. Thank you, Lloyd. Have a good evening.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.